Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. Got some great news today. Thank you all for joining me. We will get into it. First and foremost, happy International Women's Day to all of the fabulous ladies out there and our male allies who stand up for us. It is a very difficult time for the whole world, but when you have chaos like this, we have to be extra vigilant, because this is where the rights of women and girls can be stripped away real quick. And we're seeing what's going on with the US-Israeli attack against Iran, the excuse that is being given for this war crime, which is what it is that they are liberating women. But the first thing they did was bomb a school and kill schoolgirls. So I'm thinking about women all over the world, especially those in war zones and in countries that are regressing. Keep fighting the good fight. Rights are something that have to be fought for, but continue to fought for to maintain. So, some good news, some funny news, some news about karma. Oh, some interesting karma. It knows everybody's address. Also, today, I would like to give a moment to recognize Virginia Giuffre and Diana, as well as Meghan. Every woman that comes into contact with and stands up to the broken and corrupt institution that is a British monarchy faces absolute hell. And we thank God that Meghan is still with us, because we almost lost her too. But the spirit of Diana is still very much with us through her son. And the spirit of Virginia Giuffre is still very much with us also. I hope her spirit haunts the powerful entities that try to silence her. Shout out to Everyone Hates Elon, an activist group in the United Kingdom that turned Buckingham Palace into a memorial, a temporary memorial for Virginia Giuffre. They put this on the palace, well, in front of the palace grounds of Buckingham Palace, and the other plaque that's on a memorial. I think you have to go further down the mall towards the gardens to see that one. Now I don't know if these were removed, but quite frankly, I think they should be kept there. Well done for them to for putting them there, and I'm sure that they were there for long enough for people to see them and get the message. This is the same activist group that put a picture of Andrew in the Louvre. I don't know if it's still there, but I think they should. I think they should keep it there. Also, rest in power, Virginia Giuffre. Also, Princess Michael of Kent apparently has been left bedridden by a stroke. I don't know what's going on with people who came for Meghan. You've got Piers Morgan with a paralyzed hip. You've got Colin Campbell, I'm not going to call her lady, who fell down a step at Soho Hotel. She's got a problem with her hip. The likes of Eamon Holmes for falling down the stairs. This is the same lady who wore a racist blackamoor brooch to go meet Meghan at the first family dinner. Her father was also a major in the NIZI SS. Yes, he was an SS sergeant major. That was her dad. Just in case you're wondering where she gets her ideology from. Runs in the family. I'd be interested to know, because these are like the minor royals and they're quite elderly, what type of allowance they actually get, because they're not working royals and I don't think they've worked for a while. Where are they getting their money? Do they, I don't know if they've got investment, savings, property. There's also questions about, who's funding Fergie at the moment. And there's also more questions surrounding where her daughters were getting money from. Her daughters are not innocent. I could have sympathy for them if they had not been also taking money from shady figures. And more is coming out about them too, actually, that they were. So the whole lot of them taking money from shady people, not wanting to work, just grifting off of their royal names. Next thing, somebody else who's gonna get their karma, Meghan Kelly. I'm not going to talk about this for too long, but here she is enjoying Meghan's jam. One of her staff members, according to her, it was one of her staff members, not her, of course. Meghan Kelly didn't order a whole bunch of Meghan's as ever stuff. It was the jam, the chocolate. She had all of the chocolate on her show. And she's literally sitting there eating the chocolate, eating the jam, talking about how horrible it is. Well, she did actually say that the jam was pretty decent. But then she took a dig and saying you could get jam for cheaper. Yeah, you probably can get jam for cheaper. Is anybody forcing you to buy Meghan's $12 jam? Go buy some other jam if you don't want to buy Meghan's jam. But don't sit here eating Meghan's jam and then pretending that you hate her. You are envious, ma'am. Envious that you ain't her, you'll never be her, you'll never have her level of success. You have to sit here spewing rage bait and being an absolute clown of the worst order. Clown is a nice word. Trying to keep it PG here. Meghan Kelly has just gone from bad to worse to absolute bat-ish crazy. It really amped up when Trump got elected again. She's just a vile and sad individual. And it's going to come out because we've already had some hints about this from people about her marriage. I guarantee you it won't be too long before something comes out about Meghan Kelly's marriage. That's why she's so god darn bitter and hateful about Meghan. Imagine a whole segment on your show dedicated to eating the food from a brand from a woman that you hate. Just say you're a fan. You are a confused fan. Get her stupid face off the screen. Right, on to the good news. We'll go to your comments first before I get on to the good news. The fabulous news that Meghan has taken full control of As Ever. Happy Sunday to you as well, Louise. Hey, Benjamin. Hey, Connie Barmer. Hey, Coral. Joan. Hey. Let's see. Helen, you said, I'm also remember Carolyn Flack dated Prince Harry a few times who unalived herself. Yeah, because of the British tabloids. Yeah, slowly, everyone's getting their karma. Angela Levin will be next. Listen, I absolutely hate Angela Levin, but at this point, she is just a crazy woman who actually needs proper mental health help. I genuinely believe that Angela Latrine is not okay. I don't even think that she's safe to be alone by herself. And you have these TV networks and podcasts who keep inviting her on. She needs help. Like, she actually needs to be sectioned with professionals analyzing and watching her. Instead, they're having her come on to say nasty stuff about Meghan, but she's actually just making a fool of herself. Benjamin, you said, in my culture, we won't touch food of people we don't like. So I don't know what her problem is. Yeah, absolutely same. I don't know where you're from, Benjamin. Would you like to tell us where you're from? I'm Zambian. British raised, but Zambian born. You don't touch the food of people you don't like. Obviously, you know, in a cultural context, it would be if you're going to someone's home or they're coming to your home. But similar principle. Okay, so, and this is, you know, incredible. Having full ownership of your brand, you know, you can, I mean, I'm sure Netflix were going to give her room to execute her vision, but now it's like 100% going to be hers and ownership. And it's something that every entrepreneur strives for. Because it's not difficult, especially if you've got VC funding, you've done funding rounds. But here we go. Netflix has stepped back as an investor in As Ever, the lifestyle brand created by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. The move, first reported by Variety, follows the brand's first year of rapid growth after its launch alongside Meghan's Netflix series with Love Meghan. From the beginning, Netflix described its role as a limited partnership designed to help launch the brand and introduce it to a global audience. A Netflix spokesperson confirmed the transition in a statement. Meghan's passion for elevating everyday moments in beautiful yet simple ways has inspired the creation of the As Ever brand, and we are glad to have played a role in bringing that vision to life. As it was always intended, Meghan will continue growing the brand and take it to its next chapter independently. So that's very important there, as it was always intended. For the fools in the back trying to twist this into something else. We look forward to celebrating how she continues to bring joy to households around the world. So the company's early involvement helped support the rollout of As Ever's first collection, which included teas, jam, honey, and baking mixes. According to representatives for Meghan, the brand is now ready to operate on its own. We have an exciting year ahead and can't wait to share more, a spokesperson said. The transition effectively gives Meghan full ownership and control of the company moving forward. Netflix executives had previously spoken publicly about their belief in Meghan's commercial influence. In 2025, in a 2025 interview, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos described the company as a passive partner and praised her cultural impact. So despite the amicable transition, some coverage like Variety framed the move as Netflix backing out of the brand. Business observers note that corporate partnerships often evolve once a new company reaches stability or prepares for expansion. In this case, both sides describe the shift as part of the original plan, then a breakdown in the relationship. Netflix helped provide early infrastructure and global visibility. Now the brand appears positioned to grow independently, potentially expanding into new markets or product categories. The timing also arrives as discussions continue around the future of filmed projects connected to Meghan's lifestyle content. With Love, Meghan has not been formally cancelled. The Duchess had previously spoken about experimenting with new formats for short form recipes and digital content. The bigger picture is straightforward. As ever launched with early backing from Netflix, gained some momentum in its first year and is now moving into its next chapter under the direction of Meghan. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of stock. So Meghan has proven her power when it comes to creating a brand. And now she's likely just bought the investor. If they had invested any money, bought the investors back, their shares back, if that's how it happened, even. Winning all the way. Patricia, you said excited to see Harry and Meghan in Australia next month. Yes, I will get into all of that in a sec. Himmy fan, you say, oh, hey, Himmy fan. Yeah, Angela Levin has some real emotional issues. She did a whole article in the Daily Mail about how her mother hated her. And now she's going to spend the rest of her life obsessing over Harry and Meghan. Oh, Benjamin, you're Puerto Rican. And it comes from our African influences too. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to have a rollout this year. International shipping for sure. Yeah, she also has great mentors. Melody Hobson, Whitney from Bumble. All the people that she keeps around her. Oprah. And pretty much everybody who's friends of Oprah, who is in the self-help, development, lifestyle space. From strength to strength. Meghan will be a billionaire 5 to 10 year tops. Likely. Very likely. Also, Meghan will be on another podcast soon. So Meghan will appear as a guest star on the Besties Company podcast, Her Best Life, which was initially launched and co-hosted by Jackie O. Henderson and Gemma O'Neill. The Duchess will also make a special speaking appearance at a Besties event. Yay! I've never listened to this podcast, but it looks exactly, right up Meghan's alley. Definitely what she would usually be associated with. Definitely on brand. Can't wait to hear it, whatever they talk about. So they talk about relationships, sex, love, kids, and chaos. Can't wait to watch it. I mean, listen. Yeah, first Jordan, now Australia. So, Harry and Meghan are going back down under. And we say back down under because their most successful tour was down under. This is where the other royals absolutely lost it. And it's so ironic because the Oceania tour echoed so much of Charles and Diana's tour. That tour was a success because of Diana's glow. it was a failure for Diana and, well, I mean, the marriage was already failing because Charles was a cheat, but it was one of the final punches to the gut of Diana and Charles's marriage. He was so jealous. Diana was sick with anorexia, and you see the same things being echoed when Harry and Meghan did their tour there. It was absolute royal mania. Unfortunately, I wasn't even following the royals back then, by the way. I really only jumped on in 2020. But you go and you look at the pictures, at the videos. It was Sussex mania. Um, yeah, you are some of the people who you surround yourself with, and doesn't it show the difference between who Harry and Meghan surround themselves with, and who the other lot surround themselves with? And what always gets me is we know about the public things that Harry and Meghan do. We don't know what type of dealings they have privately. We don't know what type of glow up they've got going on privately. And I hope we don't, mind you. I hope it stays all private. I'm just saying that people continue to underestimate this couple who have been playing chess the whole time. And they continue to underestimate this couple and are proven to be fools every single time. At what point do the likes of Meghan Kelly let it go? Harry and Meghan have won. Get over it. So, Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex are heading back down under, and the timing could not be more interesting. A spokesperson for the couple confirmed that the Duke and Duchess will visit Australia in mid-April for a series of private, business and philanthropic events. Further details are expected to be announced in the coming weeks. Now, I almost forgot. Who was the last royals recently to go to Australia? Camilla and Charles. Now, that tour wasn't a complete flop. There were crowds, but it's not the crowds that you've seen in the past for royals, and it did not compare to what Harry and Meghan got the last time that they were there. The visit will mark their first trip to Australia since their hugely successful 2018 royal tour, when massive crowds greeted the newly married couple across Sydney, Melbourne, and beyond. Back then, the palace framed the trip as a diplomatic triumph. In hindsight, many people now see that tour as the moment the global fascination with Harry and Meghan exploded, along with media exposure that followed, and scrutiny, and the palace briefing, and the jealousy and the incandescent with rageness from William. The confirmation came after ITV royal editor Chris Shipp reported that the couple's office had formally announced the trip. This will be the couple's first visit to Australia since stepping back from royal duties in 2020. It also appears to be part of a wider program of international humanitarian travel planned through Archwell Foundation. The possibility of an Australian visit had already surfaced last year. In November 2025, People magazine reported that the couple had hinted at a return to Australia in a personal letter to Australian astrologer Angela Pearl after meeting her in New York. In the note, Harry and Meghan wrote that they look forward to staying in touch, especially as we look to visit Australia again, sparking early speculation about that the trip down under could be on their future travel schedule. And here we are. And so we are returning to the place where it all began. You know, Australia carries a special significance for Harry and Meghan. And that tour went across Australia, Fiji, Tonga, and New Zealand. And I believe, somebody please remind me, was it Fiji or Tonga where they were stood on that balcony waving, and the crowd went wild. The flashes were wild. Everybody had their phones out. I tell you where you're not going to see those crowds. This year's trooping. Is everybody here as excited about trooping this year as I am? I don't think I have ever been more excited for trooping. Going to be interesting to observe the sights and sounds, but they're definitely not going to be anything close to what Harry and Meghan have ever gotten on a tour. We better not hear about that balcony this year when it comes to trooping. And remember, William and Kate have not undertaken a major joint tour overseas since 2020. Sorry, 2022. And an increase in contrast is growing between the public service that Harry and Meghan do versus the laziness of William and Kate. And a lot of observers have picked up on the fact that the Sussex model shows meaningful public impact, doesn't have to depend on titles or funding from the British taxpayers. Harry and Meghan are doing the kind of international engagement once reserved for working royals, just without the palace. So why are we paying millions of pounds to ship William and Kate to go off to Jamaica so they can roll around in 4x4s, wearing that old, those old colonial looking clothes? What even was that? Oh well. And the Tad boys are all booking their trips, booking their tickets down under. Okay. Now, mind you, Australia sits squarely inside the media ecosystem dominated by Rupert Murdoch's outlets. They have produced some of the most disgusting coverage of the couple. I believe the Sky News in Australia, not in the UK, but in Australia, is owned by Rupert Murdoch and some other outlets. So, I don't know, given everything with Andrew and all the drama surrounding the royals, oh god, sorry folks. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, with all the drama surrounding Andrew, and other stuff with the royals, if the outlets in Australia actually have the audacity to come for Harry and Meghan at this point. They better not have the audacity. Oh, the royal family is absolutely going to be upset. The royal family and all the haters too. Blessings on blessings. Blessings on blessings. God's anointed ones. Meanwhile, we have people with crusty toes. Oh, it was Fiji, yeah? The Royal Rota are upset they're not invited to Australia. Listen, they'll probably invite themselves. Okay. Let's what else did I... So yeah, we've got a podcast from Meghan coming up. Hopefully international shipping at some point this year, and a whole tour coming. It's gonna be a hoot. All right, I think that was all I wanted to mention for today. Keep it short and sweet. It's a Sunday and I need to go to bed. Well, it's actually Monday here now. Thank you so much, folks. I will continue to keep you updated with the candle stuff as and when new updates come. Yeah, I should get the sample of the scent redos done to me on Monday. And then the samples for packaging and stuff, it can take 1 to 2 weeks. Anytime you redo packaging and all that stuff. But I will keep you updated. And please enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay hydrated, stay moisturized. Tell someone you love that you love them. And on to the next week we go. Ciao.